Hello, it's me again. And just to pick up where I left off, as I'm saying, I haven't seen any one of them appealing to the government. I haven't seen any one of them appealing to any government body to ban the this type of pornography that does absolutely no good. It does absolutely no good. It rather further pulverize the black community and actually taint, further desecrate the image and character of black women. You understand me? And because it generates so much money, it's a green light. It's like go ahead and they attack the women that are part of this film, but nobody go ahead and attack the organization, the pornography industry that are making these type of film. But here lies a black woman that is making scathing remarks towards black American people in particular, and then people are sending her or recommending her to do ghetto gaggers. So I'm wondering, that's what I'm saying to you, that these type of people, the black people, that the black people have a certain mentality that kind of enforce a lot of this stereotype, because what you should have been campaigning on is for this person to be removed from the internet, to be removed, because you are enforcing other people and enforcing white extremists to go ahead with whatever ill intention they have against the black community, to go ahead and do it, because that's what she's using her voice, she's using the fame, she's using the attention to green light. You understand? I also saw other comments saying that, so how is she going to be employed, because how is she going to be employed because she doesn't fit into the what a white sugar daddy would want. And I'm saying, what is it that a white sugar daddy would want? Is that something that you should achieve? Is it an achievement? I don't understand. What exactly is it to be a desired female for a white sugar daddy? Is that something that one should be aspiring to achieve? This is what I'm trying to find out. And this was said by a black woman. I'm also seeing people that are attacking the mother and saying that the mother bleached her skin and the mother does this and does that. I blame the mother to a certain extent, because there are a lot of things that I don't think she came out and say, and she was being completely honest about. Being raised by a white man, thinking it's your father, believing it's your father, and then only being told that he's not your biological father, and then you were in a predominantly white upscale community in the US, and then you said that you have to move to a community that is now predominantly black and more affordable for you. It's saying what you, the mother, actually think about black people yourself. You understand me? And I find it very strange how people can quick to identify that, okay, yes, this woman is bleaching her skin and she's making some sort of altering to her skin tone, but at the same time she had a big wig on her head and nobody was willing to acknowledge that she had a wig on her head, just like I'm wearing a wig on my head, and nobody was willing to acknowledge that. It's like, okay, because I'm the host and I wear a wig on my head, or other black females, it's very common within the black community for women to wear weave. We can and it's accepted. We can accept weave because it is this protective styling. It is, you are not the human being that grew it. So if you're going to stand in judgment of another altering that another black female does to her body, then you should be expected that you're going to be subjected to judgment also. So that's what I'm saying. You can't be doing something. The hypocrisy within the black community is extremely strong and it's very detrimental. And this is why you'll find this female as a teenager. Remember that she's very young. This is one of the most important things that people should really look into. It's meticulous. She is very young and she has these things to say about her black American people. No, when I look on the internet, I see a Sotomayor, I see a Fearless 2005, I see David Carroll, and quite a few other hundreds of YouTube channels hosted by black men who go in on black women all day, every day. They talk about their body. The same things that she is saying, those are the exact things that these black American men have been saying. And they have their 100+ thousand subscribers. They have their million views, some going into the 1 million views. And they have their support from black men. They have their support from the white extremist community saying these nasty things, in particular to black women. And they have their support. Now, when you find the reward, it's almost like you are digging a hole in somebody's life, and then you're complaining when the hole become big. So you end up in that um quagmire. It's like trying to create a mess for somebody, and then you end up being a part of that mess. So you are doing these things all along, making the same remarks about black women and black people. And now you have the future generation coming up, which is a female that is she's not even going after one person or a boy or a girl or a man or a woman. She's going after black Americans. So whether they be male, female, so she's actually doing way more damage than what you people have been spending years on social media doing. This is what you created. I haven't seen an organization. I remember there was a guy once on Facebook who created 1 million black men against Tommy Sotomayor. I don't quite remember his name, but I remember his Facebook account, because they realized from an early part that this man was doing something that was very destructive. You understand? This man was doing something very destructive towards the black community by going after a black woman. And at the same time, he worships white women. He has nothing ill, he has nothing negative to say about white women, until he found out the white girlfriend that he had. He caught her performing fellatio on another black man. And so that was the time that he made one negative remark about a white woman. Otherwise, from that, everything was a-okay. And so I'm saying that this guy was on Facebook, and this guy was going against him, and he hardly get the support. He got a lot of support from black American women. He got a lot of support from other black women across the world, but it was in very small amount. The intention that he had was for black American men to go against this individual, because he was doing a great deal of damage. Instead, they attack him, and they were supporting Sotomayor. Now go back to the other accounts. There's a Phil Advice show also who goes against black women. He attacks black women all day, every day. He only posts up these really deplorable videos that shows these mentally displaced women behaving in a derogatory manner in the black community. And it's sending a message that when you go out there, that's what you should expect from a typical black woman. While at the same time, he's married to a woman that's white. And this is what it's showing you, the type of people that are doing these things, and the people that follow them, who are who? Black women, black men also. But here lies a young black girl, and everybody is wishing death threat. They want the KKK to attack her. You're also giving the credence to the KKK. That's what I'm saying. You are enforcing your recommendation, or your solution is for the KKK, who is a terrorist group known to terrorize, known to attack, known to exterminate black people. You are now giving them credence. You are now green lighting them to attack her. So how are you any better than her? That's what I'm saying. How are you any better? It's like a man who goes to prison for rape, and you're hoping that he gets raped in prison. The person that's going to rape him in prison is very well a person that is a convicted rapist also, that has destroyed the life of other people some way or some form. That's why he's there. So I'm saying to you that, why are you giving credence? If you are different from this person, if you're different from this mentally ill, mentally deranged, mentally displaced young female who needs a great deal of counseling, a great deal of mentorship to understand herself, you understand, then why are you encouraging and reinforcing hate? You are encouraging, you are reinforcing hate with the same enemy, by siding with the same enemy that was known for destroying you, for killing you, for enslaving you also. You're giving them green light and credit. And that's what I'm trying to get black people to understand, that you are actually on the same side, but you're just looking from a different angle. So if you want to be different, you have to rise above it. See this as, listen, this girl is mentally ill. Remember, I told you that I offer solutions that work. This person is mentally ill. This person is mentally deranged. That person needs to be in counseling. Her mother, well, she's under her mother jurisdiction and rule. So her mother can enforce that she gets some counseling. I also get to understand that there was a black female that was on the show, on the Dr. Phil show, and who was offering counseling. She was there for counseling to the young, and she refused it because the female is black. Now, as a mother, and you're in the position of command, you're in the position of authority. I'm not sure how it is in the US if a child refuses what you can do as a parent, if they can be put in a position where they have no choice. You understand me? I recommend that the mother enforce that she gets counseling, because she can walk on the street and she can get hurt. You know, she can get hurt. People can attack her. People can go after her. People can go after the mother. People cannot go after the brother because they can't get to her. So you're putting a whole lot of people in danger when you do these things. So we have to be careful what we're trying to highlight, what we're trying to attack, and the things that we're saying. If your solution is not practical, if your solution is not healthy, if your solution is not wholesome, then it's best that you just don't say anything, because at the same time you are enforcing. And I always say there are two reasons why these white extremists are still powerful. The first reason is they keep reproducing. And because they keep reproducing, they inject themselves, they have the resource. So one influences the other, one encourages the other, one pays the other, one recommends the other, and they inject themselves in position of power. What's position of power again? Politics, religion, sports, entertainment, and media. Those are positions of power. That's where they inject themselves. And the second reason why these white extremists are still powerful is because black people enforce them. Who would sell out traitors enforces them. You understand me? The Sotomayor, the this, the that, the Phil Advise show, the Fearless 2005, the David Carroll, these people enforce them. And because they enforce them, they also continue to reproduce. So they teach their children the same hate. And as I said, it's like a vampire system now where they don't even need to teach them it. They automatically are groomed. Because if you find 4, 5, 6 generation, there comes a time when you don't need to teach it because they're living it. It's practical for them. You know, it becomes practical for them, so you don't need to teach it anymore. They're basically living it. They're actually living. It's a reality for them. It's a norm. It's a religion for them. So when the offspring come, you don't need to teach anything because it's already there. You know, so I think that this person should not be given any highlight. I don't think that black people should be going after her and attacking her based on the level of ignorance, the level of hate, the level of destruction that she's posting and she's injecting in the black community and enforcing white extremists. I think that she should be removed. She should seek counseling. And if there's anybody out there that is thinking along that line while black, I also recommend that they get some serious counseling to understand themselves, to understand who they are, because listen, self-identification is very skewed today. We're moving forward in a level of in a realm or in a world of advancement where a man can identify himself as a goat if he wishes to. However, it's the act on it which becomes the problem. So if he identifies himself as a goat, then he wants to have sex with a yo, then that clearly is a problem in most societies across the world, you know. But if he identifies himself as a goat while walking around and behaving like a man, representing himself as a man, then we can say, okay, he's a comedian, he's, you know, he's in. So but we're living in a society where people can change their gender, people can change their identity. You can identify yourself who you want to be. Another thing I've seen, when Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, was running for president at the time, I remember there was a video circulating of two white men who were making a music video. Remember, they saying that we want a black president, black president, black president in the white resident. That was basically their music. And they were saying that they don't want no white president, they don't want a white president, they don't want her, Hillary, because Hillary was, you know, going against him at the time. They didn't want any white president there. And you did not find any black people that were attacking them. The only type of people that were attacking these guys were people with political views who believed that Hillary was making better points and the running mate who was going up against them on the Republican side had better views, had better ideas. And so that was basically, so it was all political. They say that they didn't see themselves as white men. They say that they hate white people also because white people are very stuck up. They act like they're better than people. These were the scathing remarks that these white men said about white people. And I did not see anybody attacking them. because they identify themselves as black. Nobody said that they were mentally ill. Nobody said that. I remember also in the 90s, there was a rap group around. I think it was a rap pop slash rap group that was around, and it was white, and they identified themselves black. And they say that black is a state of mind. They're free to identify themselves as black if they want to, because it's a state of mind, and they don't live in the realm and in the ideologies of a white person, because it's based on hate, it's based on slavery, it's based on a lot of destructive things. Now, they were stereotyping white people because it's not all white people that subscribe. There are white people who think like them, who think even more advanced, who don't support slavery, who don't believe in it, who actually were killed, were also lynched because they were trying to free slaves and they tried to end slavery. So there are a lot of white people who don't think along this type of stereotype and along this type of hate. But then these white guys walked around and they stereotype other white people, but then they were never attacked. So that's what I'm trying to say. But you find the black girl, the black girl who is clearly mentally ill, to be saying these kind of things, is being attacked. She should be removed. There should have never been a case wherein she's on national television and making this type of speech. That's all I'm saying. It should have never happened in the first place. You cannot have a society wherein people are still under attack based on their skin tone. People, there's gentrification, there's subjugation, there's a whole lot of things, disenfranchisement that is taking place, and it's a reality in the black community, especially in the United States of America. It's happening where I live also, but it's mainly based on income rather than ethnic group. But in the United States, it's more so based on ethnic group and income, then income. And then at a time like that, you are going to give this person a platform to speak this destructive, this type of malevolent destruction. You're speaking it and making it, you're giving credence to all the ills, all the negative things, all the deplorable things that have been said and done to black people. And you're walking around with a black skin saying these things, so we wonder what type of society, what type of future generation, because also there is a trend now where a whole lot of black men are saying that they don't like black girls, they hate them, they're this, they're that, they're not attractive to them, they prefer white girls, they prefer Latino, a mixed chick, a loose curl here, that's their preference, and that's their preference all day and all night. And this is what the future generation is doing. Now you find a black girl on the other side that's doing way more, And what I find very strange is that nobody's asking for the cancellation of the account for these black guys. There's Kodak Black who came and said, I don't like Black B like his arm, and he put out his arm. I don't like Black B like this. And then he came out and he corrected and said, listen, I love black American women. I just am attractive to light skin or yellow bone type of women or red bone, whatever that means. They are attracted to. Attracted, I'm sorry, too. They're not attracted, I keep the tongue twister. They're not attracted to the dark skin one. And he's like, I don't like Black B. And so mother F you, I don't care. And then people are buying his music just the same. It's like, okay, you said it, go ahead. That's your preference, that's your choice. Go ahead and say it. Now, she said, shouldn't you have had the same reaction? I'm thinking you should have said that's your preference, that's your choice. If you hate black people, you are free to hate them. You're free to. I think that's what people should have said. So that's why I'm saying that there's a serious level of hypocrisy and mental illness that plays a lot of black American people. Remember, I touched on the female entertainer that went on the Amber Rose slut walk performance and what the black Americans were saying about her, that she is too black, she looks rusty, she looks like dirty water. I'm thinking that she actually, I'm wondering if she actually watched my video, then wrote the song and made the video, because I highlighted it. I was the one who posted it up and I was highlighting the things that black American people were saying and were attacking her. So I'm looking into it and I'm saying to you that these are things that black American people are known to say about each other. So here lies a female that is doing it. Black men have said it so many times. There are so many artists. Well, you don't find black men in Hollywood saying it. They live it. You don't find a lot of black men in entertainment saying it. They're living it. But with the trendy ones on social media, they will come out and say, because there's nothing holding, they don't have endorsement, they don't have a lot of things that are going for them. You find that biracial guy from the Ace family on YouTube, we have so many followers, and it's almost like when he said those destructive things about black women, more people just came in and followed. They were like, oh my God, I'm so glad this guy says those hateful things about black women. I'm so glad. Let me go and follow him. Let me go and endorse him. You know, that was the behavior of a lot of these people. You find the McClure twins' father, who we get to understand is actually their stepfather, and he's the manager of their account, he's the manager of their image, he's the manager of what they're putting forward. This guy is a KKK. He's not coming out and saying it. He said that he's from a place called White City in Georgia, and it's predominantly white, and there are a lot of KKKs that are there. And he came out, this guy, he hid behind comedian, saying that he was a comedian and he was trying to become a comedian, and he was calling black women all these kind of nasty things. He even went in on black men and saying that black men don't know the difference between a white guy and a black guy is that a black guy will be courting the hottest chick in the bar. I'm paraphrasing it. The black guy will be courting the hottest chick in the bar, and when Anderson Cooper comes on, he doesn't care because he doesn't know who Anderson Cooper is. He doesn't know who I'm sorry, who Anderson Cooper is. So it's like nothing to him. But with a white guy, he's not gonna bypass Anderson Cooper to court a black chick. You know, Anderson Cooper is more important. He come out and he said that black men are stupid, they're uneducated. He went in on black women and said that black women are so ghetto, they're so ugly, he could never date a black woman, he would never want a black dark skinned woman, he doesn't want a darkie. These are the things that he has said about black women, and he didn't really apologize. He wasn't even sincere in the things that he was saying. He hid behind the fact that he was a drunk, he was an alcoholic, and he had this black wife that sat down and she was interviewing him, and then she was sympathizing with him and saying that, I remember I hated white people also, and so I can understand where you're coming from. We grow and we mature and we're no longer stupid. But this is a man that clearly hasn't changed. He hasn't changed. What are the steps to prove that he's no longer a racist? Because what he married, you can't sex racism away. You can't hate it away. You know, and because of that, the wife came out and proudly professed that these are not his biological children. So we're trying to understand what exactly is it. And then there are a whole lot of black women that are still subscribing to their channel. They're still supporting them. They're still endorsing him. And so I'm wondering, what exactly is it that you are promoting? Do you want hate to stop? Do you want racism to stop? Is it applied to certain people where they can apologize or they can make an excuse for it, and you greenlight them the same because they are white? But when it comes to a black female and she made these mentally ill things, then she should be attacked, she should be disbarred. What exactly is it that you want? These people are not people. You should cancel them immediately. They should be canceled from social media. You understand me? But because black women are the least, what should I say now, powerful in the society, it's almost like you can say, because nobody's going to stand up for them except them themselves. You know, you can go ahead and you can say these destructive things and get away with it. However, when a black woman herself comes out and say, then you can attack, and it's so good and it's easy. You know, all these people should be removed from social media immediately. You should not be engaging in it. You should not be subscribing to it. You should not be listening. You should not be giving ear to it, because all it does is enforce hate, enforces racism, and further greenlight or encourages people to attack people based on their skin tone. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you once more on the Devil Advocate channel. May God bless you. Enjoy your day.